So today I am talking with Randi Solin and Natalie Blake from Fire Arts Vermont, which is located just outside of Brattleboro. Thanks very much, Randi and Natalie, for being with me.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us.
So I'd like to first of all ask you a little bit about what media you work in and what you display at Fire Arts.
Go ahead, Randi.
Okay.
So you've got the media right behind you.
Gallery. I am a professional glass artist, and I've been working in glass for over 32 years. Natalie and I own a gallery that I'm sitting in the middle of, and we are open to the public every day. So I have a glass blowing arena, and people would come and sit and watch me blow glass every day. So that has stopped. I turned my furnaces off in the middle of March. So that has stopped as well. Glass blowing is a very intimate activity, and it's really hard to be safe while on the same blowpipe and using the tools. Everything here has changed a lot. The reason Brattleboro, I was living in Burlington. I actually put out a huge net to find studio space, and I couldn't find anything. For 9 months, I was looking and looking, and finally, actually Bill McGrath, who used to run, sorry, there's a dog.
What is that?
That's right. This happens all the time now that we do things on Zoom, right?
So Bill McGrath, that used to run the BDCC, actually called me in Burlington. I came down and signed a lease, and I've been here ever since. I was one of the first artists at the Cotton Mill building. So Natalie and I met at the Cotton Mill. We were there for 15 years together, and then we bought this building together. Sorry, I'm closing this door so that doesn't happen again.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, Natalie, you want to tell us about what kind of work you do?
Sure. Some of the work that I do is on the wall there behind Randi, the tiles. I started out, so I'm a ceramic artist, and I started out 28 years ago as a functional ceramic artist making cups and bowls and a line of pottery, and then it shifted into vessels, and I did shows for 10, 15 years with that, and then kind of switched to artwork for the wall, and I now sort of do all of those things. But most of my work is for healthcare, incidentally. I create custom murals, custom designs for mainly hospitals, but I also do a lot of residential and hospitals, and hospitality. So almost all the work that I make, and this is true for Randi too, is shipped out of Brattleboro. So we love living here because it's easy to live here, and I always said I could leave my keys in the ignition when I was younger and kind of spacey. So it worked really well for me, and now just feels like home. Been here so long, and 30 years. And yeah, so most of the work is shipped around the country and a little bit to overseas.
Oh, okay. And your gallery displays the work of other artists as well. And do you? And I think I read that you actually do some teaching too. Is that right?
Exactly. We have over 30 artists. We started with just people that worked out of the studio. Both Natalie and I used to have 4 and 5 employees each, and they're all artists in their own right. And so we represented their work. And as we grew, we took on friends of ours from shows and other artists that are still pretty much New England. And then we offer workshops and a lot of make your own events where you can come in seasonally, make a flower for Mother's Day or blow an ornament. Natalie does ceramic carving tiles for different holidays. And then quarterly, we were teaching classes, glass blowing, beginning and more advanced classes. And that's the one thing about the virus. We are pivoting more and more towards community access and more towards teaching and workshops. And so that's a big question mark right now.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we're,
Go ahead.
well, we're in the throes of trying to innovate new ways we can do workshops, like even being able to send out a chunk of clay to someone who might even be somewhere in the country or local for pickup, and then actually having a class on Zoom. And then figuring out a way to like actually ship the made piece back, or if you're local, drop it off, and then we would do like a firing in the backyard of our beautiful facility. So it's been interesting to tune in. And in the glass studio, how could Randi do a workshop in sand? She's been thinking about one in sand casting, where people could stay at distance, and the tool for her sand casting is actually 6 feet long, incidentally. So just sort of this irony of, what are ways that we can really fold in that community access in this climate.
Well, that's great. You have to be really creative with your ideas now.
We're artists after all, right?
That's right.
That's
That's right. And so how hard has it been for artists though? My heart really goes out to folks who make their living in this kind of independent way. Have any of the financial assistance programs been able to help either people like yourself or other artists that you know?
Well, for me, it's been really devastating because overnight, all my avenues of income stopped. I'm represented by galleries all over the country. And then I do art shows, and then the gallery here represents me. So that literally stopped overnight. I did take advantage of the PPP loan, but at this point, it's kind of moot because we can't come back to work. So unless there's an extension, I don't see how I can use that money, and I will have to return it. I've kept a couple of my employees on, and a couple I had to lay off.
Gosh, yeah, makes it really tough, doesn't it? And do you envision being able to open up at some point over the summer? Did you get a lot of traffic from tourists during the summer generally before this happened?
We have in the past. I mean, that's we have an amazing location for people that are funneling up to the mountains for summer and winter activities. And we're actually going to do a soft opening, if you will. I mean, I guess it's a real opening because we're putting a banner up that says we're open this coming Friday, the 29th. And, just going to negotiate moment by moment, like how that's going to work, how we never had like crowds of people coming in. So we think that the flow will actually probably work out fairly well, but how to do that, and we'll just kind of feel into the comfort of it. And we're going to do on the same day, Randi and Nicole, our gallery manager, are going to do a live jewelry exhibition / sale on digital platforms on the Facebook platform. So it's kind of another way that we're opening, is to test out how could we actually bring the work to people in their homes in a really fun of modern QVC, if you like it, and really delightful tour.
QVC with personality is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Well, I certainly wish you well. I'm sorry it's been so tough. I admire your resourcefulness and your creativity, and and your resilience too during this really difficult time. But thanks so much for speaking with me today, and certainly hope you're able to get some folks in and do some things for me. Or I admire you trying to manage as best you can. It's what we're all trying to do these days, I guess. It's a challenge. So thanks very much, and
Thank you so much, Debbie, for thinking of us, and best of luck.
thank you. Thank you.
Stay healthy.
Thanks, Debbie.
Yeah, you too. All right, take care.
All right.
All right.
Bye.